Yo, hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to use Panda. Yes, you heard me right, the Panda in Ultra Nightmare Chimera. We will basically replace a Krisk in a team that I did before. The concept behind the team is that you get up your protected buffs out there, and then you extend those until you have it all the time. The boss cannot steal your buffs, that is not a threat anymore, or just can get rid of your buffs. You always have increased speed. You have the most options to take the most turns in a row. So I'm gonna quickly show you the presets of the thingy. I made a video about it, so I can just skip through it and we don't have to watch the whole run. It would be amazing if you guys press that like button to help me out. Of course, push the algorithm and all that. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna use the Panda, but it only can be used when you have Ninja. I guess everybody has a Ninja. About the Panda, I don't know if you guys have it, because the fusion was kind of a little bit underwhelming. But what is the trick behind it? Of course, this one will be a budget version of Krisk, will be obviously better, because you have more debuffs, more buffs that actually are helping you. But if we use Reflex and Merciless on the Panda, then we can decrease the cooldown of a 4-turn to something lower. Perfectly would be like every second turn, but we don't need it because we also have the Mad Header in here, and he also is in a Reflex and Merciless, so he will use his extension buff a little bit more often than he's usually doing. And with Mikage altogether, it's just in a protection set. Normally, we just go in there, she does her buff extension, and overall, if you're not the unluckiest man in the world, you will actually have all your buffs all the time. But I have a buddy. I did not actually make the team. I have a buddy, he was like, hey Bronco, I know you're busy, I'm gonna test it out for you. And then he discovered something, that you actually don't need to have all your buffs all the time, because before we had a Krisk in the team, and if you have the Krisk in the team, the Viper is your enemy. He is the most stupid thing in the world. But we don't even have a Krisk right now. That means the Viper form will just steal our buffs. But we have tools in here to actually counter it. We have the Mad Header with his A1. He can, I think it is stealing or decreasing the cooldown or something like this. And we have Mikage decreasing the cooldown of, not cooldown, decreasing the buff duration of your enemy. And that's how you can counteract it even if you get your stuff stolen. In my world, if I want to be a perfectionist, I go 300 speed on all my support champions. Also with those with Merciless and Reflex, and have my buffs all the time. But Blue Shirt Guy, thanks first of all for letting me record that video and that you made it for me. But he was trying to prove a point. Yet you don't need 300-ish. For example, the Panda is, I think, 240 speed right now, and that is totally fine. You don't need more than that. And that should be fine, because we have tools, like I said already, to counteract the most threatening thing in this game. And since we don't have an ally protection, and ally protection doesn't get stolen, our Krisk, what we don't have in this team, will not die, and everything is cool. And I really do like it, because it always feels nice when you do a team, and then later on it get optimized and get figured out what you actually 100% need, what is not so important anymore. But you know what, let's go talk a little bit quickly about the things that you need in this team, so you kind of are prepared. First of all, you gotta prepare about the Ram form. Usually, I did a team with Krisk, Sifi and all that, and I let my Reviver catch that duel, so I can just buff extend all the time through it, and I will keep all my buffs, and my Reviver didn't die, because Krisk was in there. But now we don't have a Krisk anymore. That means we actually have to navigate the duel to a champion that can just die, and you just revive it, and that's good for you. So how you're gonna do that is by just having the lowest crit damage on that particular champion that you wanna get that duel. I always forget the names, where you wanna get that duel navigated to. So they usually die, you just pick him up and it's okay. There's one thing, maybe you don't realize sometimes what is happening in your team. I've seen this a couple of times in takeovers or when I help people out. That, for example, wait, let me just go back when he... Let's say it could be possible that your Mikage is using increased crit damage. And some have it, some don't. And it could be that your target is gonna change right here in that moment. Because like you have the lowest crit damage on someone else. Because let's say Mikage was it. And she still has increased crit damage. And everybody else doesn't. So obviously she has more than the others. And it will change. That is a little bit of RNG. But if you extend those buffs all the times. It's just a thing for your maybe other teams. Where you kind of see something going really wrong in here. And you're like, what did happen? Just a little bit. That is not necessarily not so important for this team, but for other teams. That is actually one thing that I got quite a couple questions about. Why does that actually happen? Whew. Let me breathe for a second. Alright, let's go further. Even, there is one problem in the lion form. The lion form, wait, let me go into the lion form. Let me quickly explain, just so everybody just knows what to do. Your reviver should not have the most defense. What will happen? The hunter's gaze will get navigated to the guy that has the most defense. And he hits really hard. And a lot of Kraken teams, whale teams, if you get hit by that smack a couple times back to back and you cleanse, for example, the hunter's gaze or something, then he attacks you even more and your reviver will die. And of course, you don't want your reviver to get actually killed at all. Like, there is no way you want that to be happening in this team, in any team. So if you just have one reviver, so just make sure that another guy has more defense than your reviver and you should be fine. That will never get navigated to him. And if you die, no problem, you just revive. But in general, you know it all, the lion form is pretty easy to handle. Let's go to... Let's skip this form, because why should we actually care about this one? And yeah, just let's skip, because the Viper form is the most important one. Just quickly, in my scenario, when everybody is around 300 speed, I mean the support champions, like everybody besides Ninja right now, technically, then you should have everything protected every time. But in this team, to prove a point that you don't need it, that Panda is a little bit slower than usual, Elva is a little bit too fast. So technically by design we are losing sometimes buffs or not having them protected or something. But it's a good thing, I really appreciate that one. So we can show off that we get our buffs stolen right there. And they're not really the greatest. Let's say block debuffs, for example. It's not really good for us, but that doesn't mean we are out of the window. Because we have tools right now to decrease the duration or steal it or something like this. And we are back into applying debuffs, setting everything up. It is okay. A team that has not by design anything that steals buffs back or something cannot just breathe to this form right now. But we actually do, even if we get our buffs stolen. It is not necessary. Yeah, it's not a game over for us. And yeah, here we are. He got our buff stolen again. It's block debuffs again, but hey, what can we do? We will just go forward and basically steal it back, decrease the durations, and he doesn't have it anymore. Of course, it would be a little bit better if everything of us would be protected and he does not steal anything. That would be the better outcome. That is when you put everybody on 300 speed. Then you're just a little bit more organized in what you do. But hey, already it is working. And I really do like it that we can just basically breeze through. There is no ally protection. We will not kill our Krisk because we don't have a Krisk in there. That's really nice. And yeah, Chimera, the ultimate form again. It's just for one more sake. Like, let's go to the Ram form. Just again, we have to put the lowest crit damage not on our reviver. Everybody else can basically, like Ninja, will kill himself. The others will die by the first attack what the boss is doing. But you can just revive. That is basically it. And keep in mind, if your target changes, it could be the increased crit damage from your Mikage. That is on some and some not. Alright, so again, that is all you kind of need. Then you go in ultimate form. I pressed auto the whole time. Full auto, don't you worry. But yeah, the ultimate form, lion form, again, don't make your reviver the most defense or else it will get attacked But there are some champions that can just take it. Like they have so many heals. Let's say, for example, Chris. He would be in there, like if he gets attacked all the time. He has so many continuous heals that he actually heals up really quick every time he takes a turn. So it's kind of okay. Some could take it, but in general it's not that good on your reviver. So just try to avoid your reviver. Let's skip a little bit forward. Alright. Yeah, ultimate form doesn't matter. And we're gonna check out the Viper again, because the Viper is a lot of like run killers. Be for real. So alright. He transforms. He stole a lot of buffs of us. If you time your skills a little bit more, like holding back your ally attack or something quickly on menu, then you can just use that one to use Mad Hatter's A1 to get rid of some buffs. And then he maybe just does his A1 by himself one time, and you should be fine. So you have many means to just breeze through this form right here. And I don't know about you, but this form is the most annoying in most runs because it comes so late and then... yeah, but easy. And those champions are actually not that hard to get. Like Mikage is probably the most... yeah, hard to get, and the others were just fusions. And of course Ninja is a free one, so that one is cool. And let's just go ahead and do the whole run. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright, 177 million. Full auto. I like it. Let me show you the stats quickly. I recorded everything. I have to pause a little bit. So she's in a protection set. She is kind of like freestyle right now, but it's cool to... wait, let me... let me... pause. Yes? I don't want to pause. Okay. Alright, yeah, about relics, he doesn't have any. Of course, she is booked 100%. And then masteries are not completely full. Blue shirt guy, what's going on? Why is she not mastered up? Yeah, but the Panda. So, and here we are. Wait, let me show you the stat and like the gear. It is super important. Merciless and reflex. There could be something like reflex and seal or something that could also work. It's a little bit more luck dependent, but it is working. 100% you can do it, but yeah, sometimes it's a little bit more janky. You know, it's by design, it's lower percentage, so of course it's more janky. But it works too, like, I can see it already. And yeah, the speed, 240. The rest is just basically having accuracy and then survive. Relics, none in there. Wait, skills, yes. And masteries, of course, there is nothing, because it's Panda who used him before. But this could be a budget version if you don't have a Kresk for the team that I showed day one. Alright, Mad Hatter. Also, reflex and merciless. That is how you get the most buff increases to happen. Speed is different for him. It's 251. See, also not the fastest in the world, but you literally saw it is working. And that's why I appreciated that people try to do a little bit here, try to do a little bit there. Damage was really good. And also the speeds are not unachievable. Like on some that will be a little bit higher, but I guess you get something going on your account. Of course he wants to be booked. Masteries are with War Master. It's nice, that helps your damage a little bit. But let's be honest, like that ninja hits so hard. You don't need really his War Master for this team right now. But it could be the factor for you that you go over the certain threshold to do your 1 key. What about ninja? So, let's go to, wait, I started with the masteries. Yeah, masteries are like this. You should, yeah, just use it like it is. Here, right here. So we got Merciless. That one, like guys, for real, Merciless is the most important thing. He has a 6-star. It is +3. That does not mean you cannot do it. If you have a 3-star blessing, a 4-star, 5-star, you can do this. But it is maybe a little bit more like just a 1 key or really close to a 1 key. That will probably give you the best outcome. Ninja is just such a monster of a beast and you kind of really want to use him for that. Like especially with the Panda, you cannot skip him. You need another damage dealer that has decreased defense and not many that really hit hard as those certain debuffs that you need. So Merciless, let's check out the stats. Alright, I haven't actually won. I checked that out now. Damn. Damn. Woo! We got 172 speed. Like I usually see that speed for sand level and stuff, but hey, it is working. Nice. It is nice to know, guys. We have 100% crit damage, and of course we have a lot of crit damage. But you can compensate that literally by having a little bit more speed. Like you see, he's not really fast. He's pumped in his stats into his damage, and it is working. But hey, blue shot guy, I didn't know. Like, woo. Let's go. Of course, you need the accuracy. That is, it is super necessary to charge up his passive to actually charge up his damage more. We got the Cat's Gaze, 100% Ultra Nightmare Cat's Gaze, 100%. There are other versions of blessings out there. Trust me, Cat's Gaze. I don't want to talk about that anymore. Just trust me. About the Alright, about the blessing, I would rather go for Crushing Rend, but he has Nature's Wrath. I don't know what to say right now, but hey, you literally saw it is working. But 6-star, 6-star. If you have 5-star, it is Nature's Wrath and less, like 5-star and less of a blessing. It is actually Nature's Wrath, yes, but Crushing Rend would work a little bit better, I think. Maybe Blue Shots guy wants to test it out for everybody else so we can actually see. We already did the masteries on him. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go, let's go. Who did I forget? I know it already. It was Elva. And Elva is in a protection set. Of course, you want to increase your damage by those buffs. It's really necessary. Those multiplier from protection sets are the best. Just, I don't know. I had so many people just went from normal gear to protection gear and they increased their damage by so much. So it's kind of necessary to do it. And it's got to be a 9-piece or else it wouldn't give you the bonus for your damage. But it is how it is. That's how they want us to do it. So Elva, protection set. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, there we go. 340 speed. I think like the speeds are so far from each other away. If you never want to lose your buffs and have everything protected, you kind of make him in the same realm. Besides the ninja, he can go as slow as you saw right there. That is no problem. Just the others go in the same way, like 300-ish. The one has 320, the other has like 298. That's all okay. Just not to be far away. Okay, let's say like, no! You can go as far away as you want. Just, you see what's happening right now. Just don't listen to me. Do what Blue Shot Kai did, and you will have a great time. So, the speed is a little, yeah, hey, whatever. Just go for no relics. Brimstone, I did not know if she has accuracy, but I saw a lot of Brimstone, so that is kind of cool. Here are the masteries. Overall, I think the team is really nice. It is stable. It has many champions in there that you actually might have. And I also will test out if we can use, instead of the Panda, basically every other decreased speed guy. That is the part that he's doing in here, besides buff increation. So might other decreased champions would be actually better in there. Then it's full auto, but I want full auto teams, doing a couple of trials, and then we are good. I want to gonna go test that out. So it would be super nice if you press that like button. That also will be the end of the video. If you press that subscribe button, if you haven't subscribed already, and yeah. Have a nice day.